Hello, everybody. We are back, and thank you guys for meeting us at our new time, 5 p.m. Eastern. I know we were running a little late. We had the microphone was doing something really weird, but we are here and welcome all of you. Lance, how are you doing tonight?
Hey, Kristen, I'm doing really well. It's been a fun day. I was able to get outside and get some sun,
Nice.
relax, do some reading, do a little work, and prepare for this show. And we're going to be talking about some really exciting things. Obviously,
Yeah.
everyone knows the big stories that are going on with President Trump and Brandon. And we're going to definitely touch on those and several other stories too.
Ooh, yes, I
How's
can't.
your day, Kristen?
Oh, it was great. I had a great day. I'm still kind of high from the from watching Mr. Trump last night. It was amazing. All the things he was saying, he was letting it all out. So it was epic. So I'm still really happy from that.
That's amazing. And I
Yeah.
agree. That was such a powerful, I think it was about an hour and a half that he spoke in North Carolina. And the words that he was saying, you and I talked about this offline.
Mhm.
Really, there's many things that we can watch and so many good news stories out there and people sharing information like we are. And, at the core of it, we really let's just go listen to Trump because he's telling us what's going on and he is making so many drops and the way he is saying things, we all know this, but you got to really pay attention to the words that he's saying because he's saying things and he's telling us things relating to these posts and the whole operation that we know that's going on. And it's clear as day he is not concerned or phased about his actual safety, with this whole situation, but just trying to raise the awareness for people of, hey, look at how all of this stuff is being used against him and against we the people.
Right, exactly. I know, it's so cool. He just let it all out. It's great. And before we get started, guys, I'm going to share screen because I'm still getting a lot of emails. You guys are wondering where can we schedule a personal reading with you? So let me show you guys. You're going to want to go to maisonjupiter.com. This is where you will go to schedule a personal reading with myself. You can still go to arcanashores11.com as well, and it will reroute you, but you go to consultations, and then there I am right there at the bottom in the purple there. But that's where you'll find me. And also on Thursdays, every Thursday, you can find me on Beyond Mystic on Rumble. So I'm going to pull up that screen real quick and make sure you guys subscribe to Beyond Mystic on Rumble and his YouTube channel as well. He's just getting all these great shows going. They even have movie decodes, Dark City coming out. That's going to be really good too. Awesome, awesome content there. So don't forget to subscribe to Jean Claude Beyond Mystic. And also, let's take a peek in at our Rumble crowd because we are live streaming on Rumble as well as YouTube. So let me pull that up real quick. I believe this is it right here. Yep. Yeah, we've got some people in the house over in Rumble saying hello to you guys. Thanks for being here at the new time. All right, and thank you all of you here today in YouTube. Awesome. So we're gonna get started. Shall I do a general reading, Lance?
Yes, please do, Kristen. Let's see what the cards have in store for us for this upcoming week.
Yeah, let's take a look. Let's see. What is the energy? What are the messages that want to come through right now for the week? Here we go. We have the Six of Wands, the Tower. We have the Justice card. How appropriate. Ooh, we even have the Devil card unrolling here. The Eight of Cups and the World card. Beautiful. So Six of Wands, the Tower, Justice, the Devil card. So this is pretty self-explanatory. Maybe the energy that we were talking about, Mr. T, is here. Because with the Six of Wands guy, this is a victory that is coming. So this is a win. Six of Wands, he's celebrating a victory. This is, and he was in that energy. So I believe this whole spread is about Mr. T. So all week, I'm guessing the energy is going to be surrounding what's going to be unfolding. This is a win that's coming. Then we've got the tower. So all of the dark must crumble and fall. Tower moment over. Here's the dark, and then we have justice. So all the things that are going on are going to unravel, and it's going to be brought to justice. Then we had the Eight of Cups. Now I saw this in the reading on the 10th, so Saturday morning. I saw that possibly someone will be passing away. It will be announced that they passed away. Or maybe there'll be an announcement that someone is making an exit for good. So we shall see. And I do believe it's more than one person. I do believe it's two. Hopefully that happens this week. It is here in the cards for the energy of this week. And then what did we have? We had the World card. So the World card is a end and then a new beginning. So it is an ending, a completion, and then a new beginning to something better. So what an amazing spread for just a general vibe check for the week. And I do feel that Mr. T took it all over. He took it with his energy. So this is awesome.
That's amazing, Kristen. And, you posted a little clip today from a reading you did. I believe it was yesterday, but maybe it was the day before. Okay,
Saturday,
yesterday. And essentially, President Trump was, right on target with what that was. And I mean, you were right on target, vice versa. It was clearly that. I mean, if people have not seen what President Trump was saying last night, especially in North Carolina,
Yep.
he was telling us a lot of very, very powerful things and giving us not timelines and not dates,
Right.
but he was making it very clear that things were happening and that things were urgent.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I'm going to listen to it again because there was just so many things he was saying. So cool.
Yeah, unbelievable, honestly. I mean, I was shocked at some of the things that he was saying, and I really mean that. It was unbelievable and things that we've been wanting to hear for so long. But kind of going to your just general reading that you did, Kristen, I've got a guess as to maybe who someone might be who might be exiting the stage, whether it's,
Yes.
just taking a step back or they actually pass over. We will see how that plays out. But my guess is someone named Soros, and I'll share the reasons why.
Okay.
Now, maybe it's not going to be this week, but I think we all know that at some point it's coming, very soon.
Yes. Okay. Ooh, we'll have to remember this. Yes. Okay. Awesome. What else do you have?
So, okay, like we've done on our show, Kristen, with Quantum News, we want to start things off on a really positive note and share some cool things that are happening. So I found this story that the birth of a rare Sulawesi monkey, one of the world's most endangered species, is celebrated. So this cute little monkey here was born, and it's one of the most endangered species on the planet. And he's in a UK zoo right now, and he was just born, and just the continuation of that species. So that's beautiful. We obviously want to see that happen. This is another beautiful story. 2 security guards actually saved a choking baby in what they call divine intervention, right place at the right time. I'm not going to play the video, but 2 security guards saved a child's life. And, what could be more amazing than that, honestly?
Yeah.
Saving lives on this note as well. A nurse and her boyfriend saved another man's life on a flight home from a vacation in the Bahamas. So this nurse right here, Emily, she was able to actually perform CPR with her boyfriend for 23 minutes on this man and ended up saving his life. So really unbelievable and a beautiful story to see for sure. And then another life saved or rescued. This little boy was lost for 6 days in a Kenyan wilderness, and he was actually found. So again, life and the principle of life, we want to continue that and keep showing how precious and sacred life is. And, this kind of ties into what is going on with the cabal and everything that's been taking place. They are opposite of life, and we know that. But again, the point is, when things like this happen, when life continues and life proliferates, this is beautiful, not just in the fact of what it is, but also that it's counter to what the darkness wants. So it's a beautiful thing. And part of the reason why we show these positive news stories, as we talked about, Kristen, is awareness is key. So what we focus our attention and awareness on is what manifests more. And so, we want to promote life and promote the beautiful things and amazing miracles that are happening.
Yes.
Because when more people see that, it just creates more of it. So
it does.
We love starting the show off like this, really get everyone in a really hot, happy, positive mood, and get people ready for, what's coming with some of the stuff geopolitically.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's a great way to start. I love that you have it like this set up because, like you're saying, we put our focus and energy on something positive, and that's what we're going to get. We're all going to be in a higher vibration. So beautiful. Thank you for sharing that.
Yes, absolutely. So I've got a question for the Soul Tribe watching and everyone in the chat. Anyone here who was arrested today? And it was, I think, earlier today because they're over in Europe. But did anyone here who was arrested? We'll let it come in.
Yeah.
I'll pull it up as it's coming in because I'm sure people have seen. But if you have not, the former leader of Scotland, she was actually just arrested. So she was the first minister, and she's been being investigated on financial crimes and things relating to that. And she was actually arrested in this widening investigation that's taking place right now. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that this person was also very much promoting and walking hand in step with the let's just say the ordinances and the things that were taking place with this whole situation we've been going through the past couple of years. Sorry, guys, I'm stumbling over my words because I want to really make sure that we're careful with Kristen's channel here. But this is a huge story and a very positive sign because it means that these people are being held accountable and will continue to be.
Yes.
And then Meta and Facebook, we had talked about that last week, Kristen, on the show on Friday, how Facebook is now being investigated even more. The Wall Street Journal shared an article talking about how Facebook and Meta were actually facilitating the movement of young ones via their algorithms on Instagram. Okay, so they were participating in that movement in the scheme to move people.
Wow.
So, very, very interesting. That's all going to keep coming out. I'm not going to pull that up, but it's something that's taking place. Obviously, too, we know about what happened late last week with the Brandon family and claims against them that there's money being moved and that there's wires that are known about, bank accounts that are known about. And again, I'm not going to play this clip, but people might have seen. He was asked, okay, what's your response to Marjorie Taylor Greene saying that there's been $5 million that have been sent to you? And he said, jokingly, in a joking manner, he kind of paused and he goes, "Where's the money?"
Yeah.
Trying to be as cool, old grandpa, funny style that he is. And, he's just playing it off. And then he goes, it's a bunch of malarkey. Like he likes to say, malarkey. And then he says, "I'm honest." So, this is clear that this is reaching like truly fever pitch in so many ways because it's him now just blatantly lying and trying to make jokes out of it. And again, this is the good guys, I believe. I know you're on the same page with this too, Kristen.
Yeah.
The white hats putting this actor up there to just make it as obvious as possible, as quickly as possible to people that, hey, something is not right, and this just does not add up.
Right, exactly. No, it does not add up.
So let's pull cards on this one, Kristen, because this is
Sure.
with with Brandon and his family, what's just a general reading for this next week ahead? Because clearly the pressure is being squeezed even more day by day, and it's only going to increase until something's actually done.
That's right. Here we go. The King of Wands in reverse, the Five of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, the Hermit, the Lovers in reverse, which would be collaborations in this reading here. Two of Cups would symbolize the both of them, Hunter and Sleepy Joe. And then the World card is back as the outcome. So definitely with the Seven of Wands, Five of Pentacles, they are going to be coming forward with more evidence. There's more things, more information. So the Seven of Wands is the good guys fighting back against the dark. Here's the Hermit card. So very old records, I feel, paperwork. That's what I'm picturing coming forward. Also money. So there's a lot of hidden secrets as well still. And then here's the Lovers. So this could also, yes, collaborations, but also more things with Hunter, more dirty, terrible things, even worse than what we know of. There's a lot more than what we know of. So I do feel that that's going to come about. It's going to be real embarrassing for him pretty soon, like a lot worse. Then we've got the Knight of Swords. We also have the Ace of Wands and the Two of Cups. So both of them, it looks like, are in symbolism in this reading. They're both going to be going down. Hopefully this week we have the completion, like the World card is here in both general readings here. So that is a completion. That's an ending. So it's a wrap. So those guys have to come out. They've got to be done. Announced that they're done, if you know what we're talking about here. So it needs to be announced that they're done, not just, leave us hanging again. But I think since we got it for this week, the World card is telling us there's a completion.
Wow. That's great, Kristen. And we're going to touch on Mr. Hunter here shortly as well, because he's under enormous pressure in different ways. And again, when we're talking about these people, Kristen, I know I can speak for you on this because we're on the same page.
Yeah.
We truly believe that these are just actors and that it's just this plan and this play running out. I mean, I think some of them are probably still real ones, but these top ones like Brandon and Brandon's son, I think they're long gone, but they're going to make it even more interesting. So getting to the person, Soros, who I think he's going to be in the headlines here even more soon, I believe, probably for various reasons, but he just announced that he is going to be handing over his whole empire to his son, who is, quote, more political than even himself. So I think that this is leading up to a couple different things, maybe an arrest, maybe a public passing over of some sort. But I think it's going to be used in this way where he's going to be under enormous pressure shortly. I mean, even more so because of information that's going to be coming out. And I think this is just setting the stage again to wake more people up of, hey, okay, why is he taking a back seat? And then he just passed this off to his son. Right. He's claiming age, but there's mounting pressure day by day, increasingly growing stronger. So I think there's going to be something going on with him. And it's just sort of too convenient for him to just pass all this off to his son. But also I think it's going to wake people up, and even us in this movement who are aware of some of the things that's going on, which is maybe his son truly is possibly more sinister, or maybe his son has flipped in some way, and they're going to use this as in good some way. I don't know. We will see, but I think ultimately it's just going to shine the light more on that family and what they've been doing, and really bring out all of it.
Oh yeah, it's all coming out. Yeah.
Yes. Kristen, did you want to say something else?
I snuck in a couple cards while you were talking about their family. And I got the Tower card and the Seven of Swords. So very bad. These are bad guy cards. The Seven of Swords Tower card. So that means they're going down. So I was, that's what I was doing. You caught me. Yeah.
So speaking of getting caught, so
Yeah.
this is a well, I'll get to it, but the news, something that I want to share about Brandon's son Hunter, is that he is now being ordered to appear in court in early July due to the child that he had with a mistress. Okay,
Mhm.
and so he's ordered to appear in court, but you and I have been talking about this and this possibility offline. So, we're proposing this idea, we'll see if it happens, but it could, where what if Hunter or, some of these other members who are going to be soon charged to appear in court, what if they don't show up,
Yeah.
And Mr. Trump, President Trump has been saying a lot of different things over the years, but one of the things that he's said, as we all know, and we've heard many times, is where's Hunter?
Yes.
Where's Hunter? So he's saying it for a lot of different reasons, I believe.
Mhm.
But this could be where they turn this movie into something even more epic than it already is. Where what if Hunter goes on the run? What if he doesn't appear and goes on the run? So
Yeah.
that leads to the question: where's Hunter?
Where's Hunter,
So
Birdie?
it might be something that President Trump has been dropping for a long time, leading up to to maybe a fugitive on the run scenario. We'll see, of course, but it is definitely a possibility. We know that those posts, they talked about Obama in Kenya, and the possibility of things like that. I won't go too much further with it, but we all know, and it's certainly possible.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Yep. Where's Hunter?
Definitely. Okay, so kind of tying all this together
Yes.
is Julian Assange. I know everyone knows who he is. We have not forgotten, but it's been easy to kind of lose track of this whole situation, given everything that's been going on. But so the story is that the High Court denied Julian Assange's right to appeal, and it puts him in a very difficult situation where he's now facing extradition back to the U.S. Okay, so I'm going to kind of share my perspective on this, and this is what I really believe is happening.
Mhm.
So we know that Julian released The Darkest of the Dark back in late 2016, and those emails, all of that, we know it was on there. And I think that this was part of the whole plan by military intelligence and the whole operation. And it's been this sort of public play to also keep him over there for various reasons. But also right now, okay, why is he worried about facing extradition? Okay, on the surface level, and like what the story is, he's worried because if he comes over here, he's going to be facing basically life in prison multiple times over for exposing what he did. Okay, but why is that harmful to him? Well, it's because of who is in office right now. Okay, the actors that are there. So this is all public optics, I believe, or a huge part to show that, okay, yes, like he can't even come back here because this fake administration is going to absolutely just do terrible things, and they will punish him. So it's sort of like it's this building up moment of like he can't even do anything because if he comes back, it's not going to be a good thing. But what I think is going to happen is that he probably will get extradited, and it's going to be this moment of, wait, this whistleblower, this good guy doing these good things, now he's facing life in prison many times over for doing the right thing. I think it's going to be part of it, but then it's also getting him over here to where it's going to all tie together, because we know now that the young people stuff is getting out there with Facebook.
Yeah.
We know, obviously the Brandon family and how all that ties together with it. So I think it's culminating in this big moment of, all right, it's going to all sync together and it's going to all click. Yep, the laptop was real. Everything was on there. It was not a theory.
Right.
Julian and the people he has been working with did this. and it was all setting the stage for this massive play out that's happening now.
Massive.
So I think even if he does get extradited, I'm actually going to be celebrating it as long as, you know, he truly is safe and protected, and it's just part of this plan. But if that's the case, it's going to be huge because they will then open the door.
Oh yeah. Yep, door is open. Wow. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Chris,
Definitely.
can you pull cards on the situation with Julian?
Sure. Yes, let's take a look. Wow, Queen of Swords, so truth. That's a reveal. The Nine of Wands, so we're just in the little waiting phase. Let's see what else. Temperance. It's all in alignment with you. You got the Chariot. It's all coming forward. The Queen of Pentacles and the Temperance card. So all very mellow cards. But the best was the Queen of Swords. So all about truth. Yep, it's all going to tie together for sure.
Great.
Soon,
Yeah.
July is the Chariot. So we're almost there, guys. I think it's going to be before July. Chariot's very fast, so this could be within days. Yeah.
Wow. May it be. Bring it on.
Yeah. Bring it on. Right.
So another thing with that, Kristen, kind of tying into it, is Republican senators introduced this End Endless Wars Act. You know, part of this whole process that we've all been through of awakening to what's been going on is the obvious fact that, you know, the military has been used in a way to try to just control this entire planet. And this is something that, I mean, thank God is now happening to introduce this act and bring this out to stop this madness and stop the insanity. We know that peace is not only achievable, it's here in many ways already, but global peace entirely. And, you know, this is the right step, one step to take. And I think it's just going to be another amazing thing that takes place and shows that, yes, we don't, like, all these wars have just been manufactured and not based on anything substantial and real at all. And it's time that it completely ends, and we don't ever need to go back into that. You know, we need to take out and end the darkness of what's been going on, of course, but just these random wars that pop up. I mean, we know they're not random, but, you know, from the mainstream perspective, so that's huge. The Baltimore police commissioner, he just stepped down late last week. He was the top cop there essentially, and he just stepped down. So that's an interesting thing too. But, you know, kind of with that, there's so much happening that, you know, we can't even touch on all these things, you guys. We're trying to bring in all the main stories. Obviously there's a lot going on, but on Friday, we touched on many different things as well. We saved some of this stuff for today. We talked about a lot of different things with the health and wellness in terms of the fires and the things that are going on, but also pollution and radioactivity and, you know, kind of things along those notes. But go ahead, Kristen.
Yeah. I'm sure you're going to get into it a little bit, but I was just getting a flashback of Trump when he did touch on the little hunt of the witch hunt. He touched on that a little bit. Just, guys, you got to go watch the North Carolina speech that he did yesterday. Like, there's just so many things that he touched on. Yeah.
Yes, no, exactly. And I mean, I know I've forgotten even some of what he said last night, but it was very clear that he was giving us so many messages. And I don't remember the exact words, Kristen, maybe you'll remember, but there was one point where he said, he was talking about how basically this needs to end and that something new needs to come about because this is just insane and all of that. And he said, it's not only, these are not the exact words, but something like, it's not only coming, it's coming soon, and it can come faster than you might think.
Yes, he
It was
did.
something along those lines of like it's coming quicker than you might even think, and it can take place faster than you might even think.
Yes, yes, yep. I remember that because I took some notes, but I do remember because then I was thinking he could very well come back before July.
Yes,
It seems and it feels that way.
right. And I think like a few minutes leading up to it, or shortly after that, he was talking about the situation in Ukraine and how it can be done and ended in
Yep.
24 hours. And he said, I'll end it within 24 hours or less. And he said, and it might already be done before I even do it.
Yes, yes, he did. He said something along those lines. May even be exact to how you just said that, but yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Just fascinating, honestly. I mean, he's
yes,
given us the goods, and we just need to keep looking at what he's putting out. He puts a lot of stuff on Truth Social. Kristen, you're on there. I'm on there.
yeah,
We're both trying to help promote truth because of what he's doing, and I love Truth Social. I think it's a
yep,
great platform, and I think it's gonna probably someday take over a lot of the different main ones. We'll see, but
yeah.
I love it.
I do too. It is. It's the best, I think, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So, kind of tying in also to some more news around the world. Um, Japan began secretly releasing irradiated water from the Fukushima disaster into the ocean. Okay, so this is coming out, and basically, they did this just to try to get rid of it, but this is going to leach out into the water, and it already has, and obviously, we don't want to be exposed to that. And there's different things that's taken place near Fukushima to clean up that radiation. One of the things that I know has been used is mushrooms, the mycelium in particular. And these things can be used to clean up radioactive waste, also clean up the soil and just environmental pollutions in general. But what I want to share kind of on this note is that with Fukushima and this radiation still being out there, there's different things that we definitely need to be aware of health wise to
Yep.
kind of incorporate this and understand what we can do to help ourselves and kind of help protect from some of that stuff. So on that note, there's different things that a person can do. So obviously iodine is something that is very important when there is radiation being leaked in any area. We know that very clearly. But also it's something where, how can we stop this even from beginning, and that kind of goes back to the phase of, well, we need to clean out this darkness so that we don't even have to get to this point. But something too that we talked about on Friday, Kristen, and I'm going to read this quote again because it ties in perfectly about radiation, is what fulvic and humic acid does. And I'll explain to people what that is if they don't know. But for the moment, this quote is coming from a soil scientist, William Jackson, and he says, radioactive elements have an affinity for humic and fulvic acids. They form organometal complexes of different adsorptive stability and solubility. Uranium and plutonium are influenced by humic substances, as are other polluting metals, each being solubilized and absorbed, thereby annihilating the specific radioactivity. Okay, so humic and fulvic acid, it is quite literally rich, good organic composted material in the soil. It is soil in and of itself, but it's particularly, it's humic and fulvic acid complexes that are in that with many different vitamins, minerals, and amino acids. But the point is, this is what this does. So you think about the earth and you think about how it sort of helps to ground us when we're touching it.
Yeah.
What that quote just said is it annihilates the specific radioactivity frequencies. So it's neutralizing it. It's bringing it to a halt. And so literally when a person ingests that, or if it's, used in a different way, like for farming applications, the humic and fulvic annihilates that radioactivity. And so it is quite literally one of the best defenses for us as humans, not just for radioactivity, but many different pollutants that we talked about. And we talked about that in particular
Yes.
last Friday with certain proteins that we know about,
Mhm.
certain heavy metals that we know about,
Yep,
and how it
definitely.
impacts the body in those ways. So, we wanted to share this information on the Humic again. And if you have not seen the show that we did on Friday, check it out because it had very, very timely and important information, not just for, the fires and the respiratory health, but how this impacts all of us across the board entirely. So
Exactly.
we went deeper into it with that, but I wanted to touch on that and just share some good information. And kind of lastly on that note with the humic and fulvic is
Mhm.
what it's doing antioxidant wise. So it has 14 tetratrillion electrons that it can donate, Kristen. So this is part of why it is so powerful against radiation and against heavy metals, and how it can help support the brain, support the gut, and especially support detox, but also just mental energy and physical energy, because that number 14 tetratrillion electrons is almost unfathomable. It's 14 with 21 zeros behind it. And it's something that absolutely is, quite astonishing. And it's quantum in terms of its number. But it really, really helps in many different ways. And we've got many reviews on here, you guys. People can talk about, or they can look at this and see what people are saying. But with the mushrooms too, these mushrooms also help clean up the environment, not just in the physical world, but when we ingest them internally, they help support our detoxification, lung health, brain health, immune, respiratory. The list truly does go on with the mushrooms,
Yeah.
because they are known to impact several different systems in the body. And, the last note on this, Kristen, with the agarikon mushroom, is how this ties into the respiratory system. We know that the U.S. military, in particular the DoD and NIH, were studying this mushroom, and they found how powerful it was for the lungs and respiratory system, but also immune system and neurological functioning. So the brain and just how the body perceives pain signals and perceives electrical signals in general. So this is something that I've been wanting to get out for now about 6 years. When I learned about it, it was mind blowing and astonishing to me. We've talked extensively about the spiritually protective aspects of this, Kristen. I know you love
Yeah.
it and use it for that reason, and also the physical benefits. But if people have not tried these, or if they have not looked into them, we strongly suggest looking into them, reading about them. We're happy to answer questions, but the overall point is, with this, we're in this battle and we're in this physical world right now where we have to protect ourselves in all the ways, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And what we're doing at Ascent Nutrition, and what you're doing, Kristen, to help us promote this even more, is getting the good stuff out to the people. This is the whole point. I did not start Ascent. I didn't start any companies that I've had previously just to make money. It has nothing to do with money. It's about truly helping the people, helping the animals with some of these products, and really just trying to raise the frequency and the vibration of myself and those around me and the whole planet. So, I want to thank you again, Kristen, for helping to
Course.
promote, and of course, everyone in the Soul Tribe who has bought in and who plans to buy and help spread the word. We truly appreciate it. And this is the point for us, tying this into the real world of the things we're facing. We don't like to just have the health and wellness be separate, because it's not. Like we have to take care of our physical bodies as we're learning about all these things happening in the world news wise, so that we can be at our sharpest and best to
Yeah.
combat this and transmute it. I don't even like to say combat, but just transmute this darkness and turn it into something much, much better. So,
Exactly.
that's
And
the big thing. But please, Kristen, go ahead and share your thoughts.
well, thank you, because before discovering you, well, you came to us. This is something I wanted to always have a part of Arcana Shores, was to help the people with their health And especially with what's been going on the past few years, as we know, I'm going to be careful around the words, but what we have recently been sharing, we are being a little more braver and we are trying to get the message across that yes, these certain products that we are bringing forward around these times right now are for a very specific reason. We're trying to get the word out. So we need you guys, if you please, could share this. I will make it into a smaller clip, but we need to share this and get it to as many people as we can worldwide, because this is going to help protect our immune systems for being around, being around those that had to have the, what, and also those that did have it. This will help with detox. This will help with their immune system. Because yes, you guys have all who have come to me for personal readings, you ask me, are they going to be okay? But what about their immune system? And that is what we see in the cards a lot, is that their immune system is pretty much, kind of shot, or it gets a little bit weakened. So we need to rebuild it. You can rebuild it because cells can be rejuvenalized, a reinvention of the cells so they can get stronger and also regrow healthy cells again. So we are specifically bringing attention to certain products right now for a very good reason. It's not just to have a health segment or, no, we're doing this for humanity. This means a lot. So we need to share it, get the word out there. These are the things that we need to do for our bodies, for our families, the young, the old, doesn't matter what age you are, we can help rebuild those cells and regenerate the whole system. So it's beautiful.
Wow, that was beautiful, Kristen. Truly, thank you, and amen to everything you said. Exactly.
Yes.
Like this is the point. Is the timing is for now. Like we've talked about this, especially the humic and fulvic. When I learned about it 10 years ago, I quite literally made a commitment to myself and to God that I would help get this out there as much as I could, to help as much as I could, because I know, and many scientists also know what this does and what it can do for people, and it can also help the plants, it can help the animals, helps the soil. So it's quite amazing at what it does. But I'm not going to play the clip, Kristen, but I want to point people over to True Social to see one of them if they want. So this is on your channel, Kristen, and
Thank
guys,
you.
please go follow Kristen on there, Arcana Shores 11 on True Social. She made this clip of the show that we did on Friday talking about the humic and fulvic and talking about detox. And it's like a 3-minute clip on here. And it shares very timely and important information for people. So
Yes,
if someone's interested, go ahead and take a look at that.
definitely. Yes, it's very informational in a very careful way, but you guys will get the gist of it. So yes, and I'll even reshare it so you guys will see it again on different platforms. But yeah, let's get the word out there. Let's help as many people as possibly can who have had that mandatory thing. We're doing this for a reason, is all I gotta say. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you, Kristen.
Of course. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So last little segment of the show, we're going to talk about finance and some things going on with that.
Ooh, yeah. Definitely.
So, Kristen, have you heard what is happening in China right now in terms of gold?
I don't know the current story, no, but that'll be good for the cards that I don't know it, because then I won't have a biased opinion.
Okay. So this is very interesting. China has been, we know they've been stacking gold and they hold an enormous amount of gold. And, the whole system is, I think, on the cusp of transitioning over to the gold backed system and more. But again, this is just a surface level story that is feeding into this and showing that this narrative, is on the right page. So over the past 7 months, they have continued to increase the amount of gold that they're accumulating. Okay. So month by month over the past 7 months, they've been stacking even more gold. So why would they be doing that? Well, we already know the answer. They're getting ready for what's taking place and about to take place. another thing too is the president of Honduras made a visit to China and formally requested to join the BRICS. I'm sure that this eventually will take place, and I'm sure that there's probably already been talks for quite some time leading up to this. But, again, it's just a story on the surface that it just gets more people to be aware that this whole BRICS thing isn't just a fad and a trend or something small. It's massive, and it's, essentially going to dominate the earth in a good way, in different ways too. So, I'm excited about this. I remember when the BRICS was formed, Kristen, it was 7/7/2014.
Oh,
And,
wow.
I actually timed some things myself on that day intentionally too, because of the numerology with it, but also there was some powerful other things taking place that day. And it was clear that they timed it on that day for multiple reasons. And, they used that energy in beneficial ways.
Aha. Yes. Wow. Great stuff you're bringing us. Wow.
And then something else too, Binance.us, they just suspended their US dollar deposits, and they're basically saying that withdrawing in fiat is going to undergo a pause. So, Binance and Coinbase are now both under even more scrutiny by the SEC. They're attempting to, kind of deal with them in certain ways. We'll see how this plays out, but it's clear that it looks like it's, cabal related activity wanting to squash crypto in general and maybe some of these platforms. But let's pull cards on this one, Kristen.
Sure.
What's the real situation going on with Coinbase and Binance right now as it relates to the SEC and, let's just say, darker forces?
Here we go. 10 of Swords right away. Queen of Wands. So yeah, there's an interruption. They're trying to knock it out. 3 of Wands, the Justice card. Page of Cups. So there's going to be some balance, but justice also could be some type of legal trouble going on too. So that's also making me think of XRP. But yeah, there's a lot going on here, but it looks like it's a bit of a resistance tug of war right there. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So on that note, you had said XRP. So XRP crossed over the 50-cent threshold that we were talking about last week. It's at 52 cents.
Cool.
What does this week have in store for XRP, Kristen?
XRP. Shout out to Mel Carmine.
Yeah, shout out to Mel.
Yeah, and if you guys haven't seen, I did a show with Mel Carmine on his channel, so I'll post the link. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Here we go. Let's take a look at XRP. Are we going farther? Is it going above? 4 of Swords, Ace of Cups, Fulfillment, Ace of Pentacles. This is beautiful. So yeah, it's going to increase even more. That's what we have. We have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. So that would be an incline. Ace of Swords, 2 of Pentacles, and then balancing out.
Okay. Now, Kristen, how about Bitcoin? What's the week have in store for Bitcoin? So right now it's trading at just over 26,000. What does it look like for this coming week?
Here we go for Bitcoin. 7 of Swords. That's some manipulation. 2 of Swords. Swords in a financial reading, not too good. So not much movement at all. And then the Temperance. And then the Death card. So if anything, it's going to drop. Stagnant, and then possibly, Death card could go bye-bye. Yeah, Darlene Colson, bye-bye Bitcoin. There you go. Yeah, Death card definitely is a bye-bye Bitcoin. Yeah. Interesting.
Yes, yes. Now, how about Cardano for this week?
Cardano. Let me switch up the deck for Cardano. Here we go. Cardano has the Chariot, also has the Magician, Page of Swords, so taking action. So this looks very good and very positive for Cardano. Much nicer than the others, I'd say. Nine of Wands and then the Queen of Swords. So more successful for sure.
So
Yeah.
this is a good question from someone in the chat, Mizzo. Is Bitcoin ever going to make it back to 64K or above?
Let's ask. I'll switch the deck and be completely fair. We'll use a deck that I haven't used yet today. Here we go.
Okay.
Well, it's not really looking like it. The Lovers card came out, so it's possible to make some movement. But then the Moon card is confusion and illusion. It would be a no card. And then the High Priestess, kind of a balanced energy, stagnant. And then we have the Five of Wands, which would end in a no. And overall, this would be a no.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. It's
Mhm.
you know, I personally believe Bitcoin will not go up to that, but you know, we will see.
We'll see. Yeah. It's fun to see what happens. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Kristen, what are you looking forward to most this week? So two parts of the question. First, say geopolitically, you know, with all the truther stuff happening, what are you looking forward to most? And then in just your general life, what are you looking forward to most?
Geopolitically, I am most looking forward to, and I'm hoping it happens this week, is for Sleepy Joe and Hunter. I want more takedown of those guys. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I could feel it. I do think that they're going to go after them. Probably, hopefully first. But who knows? I'm just excited overall for all that stuff. Everything Trump said, I am just, whatever sequence, however he wants to lay it out, I'm down. Just so excited. And then in life, I'm excited to just keep going and growing this channel. And guys, I want to thank you all for subscribing. We hit the over 4,000 mark, and it's only been a week, Friday. So thank you guys so much for all your subscriptions to the channel. Thank you. Doing good. So yeah, looking forward to building. I like to build stuff.
Amazing.
Yeah. How about you? What are you looking forward to geopolitically and in life in general?
I mean, essentially the same things. I'm looking forward to seeing what Trump continues to say, how this is all positioned. And of course, with the Congress, what they're doing, the good ones within, how they're going to keep putting the pressure on the Brandon family, the FBI, and all these other three-letter agencies. I think it's going to really start heating up, especially now, because it's like now Trump has gone into the belly of the beast, so to speak. And there's only one way out, which is going through it and obliterating it. So
yeah,
I think clearly it's all been happening this whole time, but now we've reached another level in this game where it's only going to get more exciting. And, you know, we say this essentially every week, but this is really the real life drama and the real life story that we're all living in right now. You know, this is actually taking place. This is something that is getting more exciting as each week goes on. And that's what it's intended to do, to wake more people up.
Yeah, every day there's something that you'll tell me at the end of the day. Because when I'm doing readings, guys, I can't really keep track of, the truther stuff. But at the end of the day, I get to get my news update. It's great.
Yeah, exactly. And personally, I'm looking forward to just having a happy, healthy week and just getting good exercise, getting sunlight, appreciating what I have, and, working very hard to get more things out there with Ascend, more information, and just helping to push this stuff forward even more so that we can make a greater impact for people and animals, and just help with these times that we're in. You know, we're actively trying to get this out there even more. I mean, we are, but even more to the masses because of what this is doing for these times. As we talked about, we've said it so many times, these products are meant for what's happening right now. And it's very intentional that some of these things were released just recently, and some have been in the works for, you know, quite some time. So take from that what you wished. And, you know, we're going to definitely continue. And it's just going to, you know, be quite exciting how we can just continue to help people and get the good word out there, not just with Ascent, but everything that's taking place in the world.
Right.
Shining our lights and spread more love and positivity to everyone.
Yes. Oh, that is beautiful. Definitely. That's probably the daily thing that I look forward to the most. Just spreading the love and the light, and getting everybody's vibration just as high, if not higher than my own. So yeah, it's great.
So you guys, we're going to end this with a little prayer, and this is sort of how we're ending the Quantum News shows these days. Kristen will say some words after I speak, but we want to just leave everyone on a really good, high, positive note tonight, and then also leading into this week. So so what I'm going to read is the first is a little passage from the Bible, and then there's a longer prayer and basically affirmation that kind of describes what this is. Okay, so the passage from the Bible is Proverbs 29:18. Where there is no vision, the people perish. And so kind of tying this into positive mindset, law of attraction, and just prayer and affirmation in general, this is what follows. My vision is that a desire to know more of God and the way he works. My vision is for perfect health, harmony, and peace. My vision is the inner faith that God leads and guides me now in all ways. I know and believe that the God power within me answers my prayer. This is a deep conviction within me. I know that the mental picture to which I remain faithful will be developed in my subconscious mind and come forth on the screen of space. I make it my daily practice to imagine for myself and others only that which is noble, wonderful, and godlike. I now imagine that I am doing the things I long to do, possess the things I long to possess, and I imagine I am what I long to be. To make it real, I feel the reality of it. I know that it is so. Thank you.
Wow, beautiful. Thank you for saying that. And that's so true. When we feel what we desire, it becomes real. It becomes reality. And our words are so powerful. So what you just said is so powerful. Yeah, I have the chills when you said that. So
amazing. Let's collectively amplify that energy and put it out and help transform this planet and beyond in amazing, beautiful ways right now with that energy.
Yes. Amen. So it is. Yes. Beautiful. Yes, guys. So continue to manifest what you want. Speak your words carefully and just with your heart, you know, because you got to feel it to receive it. With that heart coherence, when it's open, you can receive all the blessings that you're wishing for. So, yeah. I say it all the time on my morning show, but if you change your energy, you change your life. So, make it positive. But yeah, thank you guys all for being here. Is there anything else you wanted to add, Lance?
No, that's all that I had. I mean, huge new week.
Yeah.
I'm super excited for everything that's going on, and it's definitely going to just keep getting better. You know, I think it's going to get worse in some ways, clearly optics wise, and for some in reality, I think that will take place. But in general, we know that things are trending in the right direction for this planet and where we all want to go.
Yes. Yeah, for this planet and where we all want to go. Love it. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, and I do want to add on Wednesday, myself and Janine Steffens, we're going to be doing a show together on Wednesday night at 5 Eastern Standard Time. So I'll be posting that thumbnail pretty soon. But thank you guys all for being here at our new time at 5. So we're going to stick with the 5s. And I'll see you guys. I'll see you in the morning on Tuesday morning. And then with Janine Steffens on Wednesday night. So take care. Have a great one. And thank you so much, Lance. You did amazing as always.
Thank you, Kristen. Thank you, everyone. Have a beautiful week.
Yes. Bye.